Hey guys, today I am tired, which makes no sense because I went to bed at 10 last night and I woke up at 10, so I should be well rested, but I'm not. And today's been kind of like a lazy day. My dad gave me the option to go to one of Amanda's kids' basketball game, but since I haven't showered, which I should probably do before I come too lazy than I already am, I didn't go. Anyway, the first thing I want to tell you is actually pretty funny. So 2 days ago, which was Thursday, today is Saturday. So on Thursday, the bus company for my school called my mom while she was at work, and so my mom texted me saying that they said to get on a different bus than I usually ride. So I just said, okay, no big deal. So after school, I put my stuff on and headed out to the buses. And there's usually paras there because I take the short buses, the special education buses, if you don't know what the short buses are. Anyway, there's usually a bunch of paras out there. And I forgot all about the bus switch thing. So one para reminded me to get on, I'm not gonna say your name, it starts with a P, P's bus, instead of D's bus. So this para shows me which bus it was because it was running late. And as soon as the bus pulls in, my new bus, I got on and they got my name and stuff because there was two people on the bus, two adults. One was the bus driver and one was a para assistant person. And as soon as I turned my head to look at the rows to sit or whatever, I saw the kids on the bus were all preschoolers. But I didn't say anything about that though. The bus helper, not the bus driver, but the bus helper guided me to where I would be sitting. It was funny because this one preschooler she sat me with thought it was so cool that one of the big kids from the high school was riding with them. Honestly, of how weird I thought it was that I was riding with all preschoolers, I thought it was really cool too that I was riding with preschoolers. The second thing I wanted to tell y'all was Friday, which was yesterday, we had a field day. And I told you what field days were in one of my very first videos here at my dad's. So I don't think I need to explain that because I already explained in one of those videos. But Friday morning, I woke up not feeling good, so I slept in until 9:02 a.m. And luckily my mom was working from home that day, so she could just easily drop me off at school, no problem. So like my school's very awesome security system, it's awesome, but it's not at the same time. I mean, I could have checked in the office, but that's a lot harder and more complicated than checking in the way that I did. The way that I checked in, you had to go through different doors from the front office doors. If that even makes sense to y'all. I don't know if it does or not. So again, like my school's very awesome security system, I got locked out until literally those doors are locked until someone comes and gets you and opens the door for you. So there was no one for a while. I got locked out. I could have used my school ID to get in, but I didn't have my school ID on me. So I just had to wait until someone came to the door, which someone eventually did. But there should be someone there like 24/7. Because what if there was no one at the door like all day? And I was just stuck outside for like the whole entire day. And I missed class. Or the whole school day. So I checked in. It was easier than checking in in the office. Although in the office you could just give them your name and then they give you a pass to class. But apparently to me that's way harder than just writing your name and lunch number on a clipboard. So I went to class like normal. I got to class, I opened the door, and I saw way more people than who's usually in my math class, because I missed 2 classes already. Or no, I missed 1 class already. So I went to my math class because I forgot we were on a field day schedule, which, by the way, is super confusing, but I'll tell you later in the story. So my math teacher reminded me we were on field day schedule. I told him that I forgot about it. I went to my 3rd hour, no problem. When I got to my 3rd hour, my health teacher, because I have health 3rd hour, my health teacher saw that I walked in. We only had like 8 minutes left of class, so I didn't work on anything because we have like 8 minutes left. Oh, by the way, the field day schedules, our classes are like shortened because during field day there's like half a day of learning and half a day of activities. Again, like I explained in one of my first videos ever. I think I explained that to y'all. But if I didn't, it doesn't matter. Our classes are shortened, so we had like 8 minutes left. I didn't do anything. So, I heard when it was time to go, I overheard someone say that we had to go to our 5th period next. which I was super confused about because it was only third hour. And then we were supposed to have fourth hour because the 3 comes before 4. So I asked my math teacher because his classroom was right next to my health teacher's classroom. So I asked my math teacher, was like, hey, can you show me the field day schedule? Because someone just told me to go to 5th hour. I don't even know if that's correct or not. So can you show me the flex or the field day schedule? So he showed me, handed me a copy of the field day schedule. It was on a piece of paper. So I took it, and all he said was, go to your 6th hour. So I did. When I got to my 6th hour, I walked in. I sat at my desk like normal. And I was super confused what my math teacher just handed me. So, long story short, my 6th hour teacher is awesome enough where she made a visual schedule, one that's less confusing for me. That was really helpful because it helped me understand better what was going on, because I literally had no idea what was going on, and all I was fearing at that point was that I usually leave early for 4th hour because I have lunch after 4th hour. So, and I usually leave early, so that's all I was worried about. And again, I didn't do anything because we didn't have the amount of time that we usually have in that class. So I didn't do anything. After that class, though, it was normal schedule 6, 7, and 8th hour. My 7th and 8th hour is, my 7th hour is biology, my 8th hour is history. So those were on normal schedule. I mean, normal enough. After 8th hour, it became abnormal again, and I went down to my 4th hour. My 4th hour is skills, aka City Hall for special education students. I think I've already told you that like multiple times. And that's where I had to figure out time to leave early, because again, I had lunch after 4th hour. So that was really awesome to figure out. Not, but it's whatever. So after 4th hour, I headed up to lunch at our normal lunch table we usually sit at, and I mean Jillian, this other person, but this other person wasn't here. My other friend wasn't here that day. So it was just me and Jillian, my neighbor friend, but my neighbor friend didn't sit with us because there was other random people who sat with us also. I don't know why they were like sitting with us, but it's whatever. Bill Nye Science Fry. Bill. 4th hour, we were back on normal schedule again. So it's kind of like normal schedule, not normal schedule, and normal schedule. So by 4th hour was normal schedule, because we had lunch after 4th hour. And then we had flex after lunch, which was still normal. So after lunch, I decided I was going to head down to Target, aka Extra Help Room for special education students, because I didn't care if the teacher was going to count me absent, because it was a field day. So, like, who even cares? So I went down to Target. There was nobody there, which I was surprised because there's usually a lot of people down in Target. But since it was field day, I kind of understood why people weren't down there. It's because they didn't want to do work. Basically, when there was only like a minute left of the learning part of the day. So I was super impatient waiting for flex to be over with because I was gonna go to the next room where Mr. F's classroom is, because he was gonna start the movie up and have popcorn like he has a movie and usually he has popcorn, whatever. So I was planning to just stay in his classroom for the whole entire time the field day activities were going on. So when the bell rang, when the field day started or whatever, or the field day activities started, I literally gasped and ran out of Target next door, because again, that's where Mr. F's classroom was. And I was literally the first one there, because again, it was like right next door, and class just got over. After a while, Jilly, Maya, and Sahara showed up. Sahara was at the end, which was a surprise because I thought she was going to be right next to me. But since things got heated in between my last video, she sat right at the end of the table. In the middle of the movie, Jaylee was the first time Jaylee went up to concession stands, and you had to be in a classroom. I don't know why. Probably like an emergency hold or whatever. If you all know what those are. Basically where someone has a medical emergency in the hallway or something. But I don't know if it was even that, because they didn't announce a hold. But you had to be in a classroom. And Jaylee got yelled at while she was up there by one of the teachers that were up there as well to get in a classroom. So she went down, she came back. And the second time she wanted to go, she begged me to come with. I said no because, yeah, I don't know, I was so into the movie. And it's not like I go to his classroom every single day. And I don't miss that. So that's why I wanted to stay. Spend every second of the time in his classroom. We were just talking about this in youth group last Sunday, but it was an experience where I can't explain it. You just had to be there to know it was a good time. Bye, guys.